We started this a year ago. We were here and we put shovels in the ground, little shovels, us, executives, big shovels, the people that do the work, and got started. And here we are with an underground wall. It's very exciting for many of us. We've been fighting for this for decades.
So 30 years ago, this started 30 years ago. I remember reading articles, my God, 3 decades ago, about how these poor folks were getting flooded out. At one point, I think the federal government even looked into taking their land. And so here we are now. We can finally send water south.
Sometimes we only look at one side, the flooding, and of course, our environmental side. But there's a lot more to that. There's human lives, people that live close to here that get affected every time there was flooding for the longest time.
We shall never forget where we come from and all of the effort that has taken place. Mr. Bergeron and everybody else that have set a great foundation for us to literally stand on. Are we standing on the wall? This is like going to church for me, with the park behind and standing on the pillars that will keep it healthy for a long time.
About 2 years ago, we implemented our combined operations plan, known as COP. And now we're in the period of this where we can see that it is working. And by that, I mean in 2020, we delivered nearly 1.6 million acre feet of water south of Tamiami Trail. And then in 2021, a little bit drier year, we delivered about a 1.4 million acre feet. And thus far in this rather dry season, we've already delivered 700,000 acre feet with 4 more months to go. So those are some great things that we see as we talk about numbers of putting that water south.
And then we were told that you could not flow water south because of the 8.5 square miles. For decades. All that good progress, but you had the 8.5 square miles, and no doubt about it, the sleeves were rolled up, solutions were put on the table, and we are now here 13 months later from groundbreaking to ribbon cutting. This has been accelerated in a fashion that's not just good for the park, but it's good for America's Everglades.
This project here, even though it's a $16 million, $20 million project, allows us to get the benefit of everything we have built. The missing link, the connection, the barriers that are in our way. And we're not stopping. We're remodeling everything west of the L28 all the way across the face of the Tamiami Trail, with additional culverts for Loop Road, Tamiami Trail, to allow water to equalize between the central Everglades and the Big Cypress Preserve. And I'm so honored, and I want to thank our governor. 44 ribbon cuttings last year, jobs completed, jobs starting. We are on a move to save the Everglades, one of the natural wonders of the world, because the journey of water is the life of Florida, from sawgrass to seagrass.